D6.
They may have to roll a dice to decide seeding in the SEC tournament. Half of the league is within half a game of one another, and two of them squared off tonight in College Station. I'm talking, of course, about Texas A&M and Ole Miss. They made it Reed Arena tonight. Marshall Henderson never afraid to shoot, but he misses this one. However, the Rebs would grab the board, and number 22 gets another chance, and he makes the Aggies pay. We're still in the first quarter when Henderson again goes to work. He's able to bury the triple one more time. And as you see right here, I think he's pretty pleased with himself. He scored 16. A&M down one, and the one-time Rebel Jamal Jones heads to the 10, gets the bucket and the foul. Jones finished with a game-high 21 points. It was tied at the half, but the Aggies pull it out behind a second-half surge, 71-60. Meanwhile, Mississippi State traveled to Missouri this afternoon. Another game the Dogs would like to forget. That's a Jonathan Williams 3 for Missouri, and then it's Jordan Clarkson's turn to hit from the great beyond. Tigers shoot over 63% on the day. Fred Thomas was the lone bright spot for MSU. Nails the triple. He finished with 18. Overall, though, suspect D for Rick Ray's squad. Look at this. They allowed Jabari Brown to get straight to the rim and slam it home. MSU loses 85-66, back-to-back losing seasons for the first time since the late 80s. LSU, meanwhile, they're right there in the pack as well. They're down in the swamp against number 1 Florida. Gators have been letting teams hang around in recent games, but that wasn't the case today. Tough finish by Chris Walker and the foul. Florida up by a dozen, and they never let up. Just before the half, Will You Get dials up Dorian Finley-Smith for the dunk, and it's a wrap. 18 points and 7 rebounds from Cleveland native Johnny O'Brien for the Tigers. However, Florida picks up its 21st straight victory, 79-61. Vandy and Tennessee, they're in that jumbled mess of an SEC race as well. They squared off today. Vols are in the big dance. According to ESPN's Joe Lunardi, a pair of Antonio Barton threes gets Tennessee started off the right way. Coming from around the same corner right there, Barton put in 21 points. It was all a part of a dominant day as the Vols whooped their in-state rivals 76-38. Locally in Cleveland, both the men and women of Delta State in their final fight before the GSC Conference Tournament as they battled West Florida. First half, the Australian Jack Madgen knocks down the 3. He put in 10 points for the game, but it's the Argonauts with the answer. Jason Williams with a long ranger of his own that kicks off an 18-2 run by West Florida. Nate Johnson walks in on the action and he gets his wish. DSU has a comeback in them, however. They actually led by 1 down the stretch. Devin Schmidt doing all he can for the Statesmen, but they drop a close one, 67-61. Earlier, the Lady Statesmen took the court. Could they get a different result than the men? Let's see. First half, Anisha Jackson, the runner, she puts it up and just flips it in there. 8-point lead by DSU, and they add to it as the former O'Bannon Green Wave, Maisha Stewart, hits from down low, but the Lady Argonauts aren't going to go down that easy. Assist inside finds Jenny Mintz and helps West Florida pull to within 1. So at the end of the second half, it's the last chance for the visitors to steal a win. Toyetta Johnson is off target, rebound out to Chastity Hickman, and the ladies hang on to win 56-54. Mississippi Valley down in Jackson trying to avenge an early season loss to their in-state rival JSU. However, the Tigers are hitting on all cylinders early. That's a 3 by Amanda Elsie grad Janarius Middleton. Devils swing back with a few possessions later. Cameron Dobbs fights his way to the hoop for the finish. Valley was tied with JSU in the second half. However, it's too many Tigers for Valley to tame. Brandon West lays it in, and JSU pulls it out, 82-64. High school playoffs, the North Half Finals, they look like this. In 6A, Grenada falls to Madison Central, 46-45. Eastside over Kemper County, 69-48. And the Shaw boys beat Coldwater for the 3rd straight time this year, 56-51. Game 2 of Ole Miss and UCF in baseball. Rebels down 2, and Will Allen gets them going in the bottom of the 5th. The drive to left center ties it at 3, so we need extra innings. Bottom 10. It's Allen again out to center, and it's gone. 3 RBI for the catcher on the day as Ole Miss takes it 5-4. And in JUCO, it was Hines squaring off with Mississippi Delta and Moorhead. Bottom 3, Hines trying to hold the score at 2-zip. Randy Bell strikes out Jacob Shempert, and that was the wake-up call the Trojans needed. Bottom 4, Michael Beloso base knocked to second. Colby Maynor and Peyton Callahan come home. Mississippi Delta a winner 4-1. Nationwide series from Phoenix. Kyle Busch hoping to become the first man to win 3 straight races. This is a spin out not by Busch but by Ryan Reed with 35 laps to go. He hits the barrier wall hard. He'd be okay though. They had to call the race early, however, because of rain, and Kyle Busch is the beneficiary. He makes NASCAR history with today's first place finish. Last stop, golf. Day 3 of the Honda Classic was today. Tiger Woods has struggled most of the tournament, but here he sinks a 15-foot birdie on the 5th hole. He would finish the day at -5 and tied for 17th. Rory McIlroy, meanwhile, is your leader on the 3rd hole. His second shot on par 5 lands on the green, and that's pretty much why he's ahead of the pack. Rory will be paired with Russell Henley, who's in second in tomorrow's final round.